Okay, let's start the lecture. Open mapping theorem. Open mapping theorem. If B and B prime, they are Banach spaces or Banach spaces or Banach spaces, and T is a continuous, and if T from B to B prime is a continuous linear transformation and also surjective, okay, is a surjective onto, surjective means onto, is a surjective continuous linear transformation, then T is open, then T is an open mapping, then T is an open mapping. तो इसको प्रूव करने के लिए हम वो लेमा, इस लेमा का यूज करेंगे. लेमा क्या है? द इमेज ऑफ एवरी ओपन स्फीयर विद सेंटर एट origin contain is an open sphere, okay, with center at origin, contains some open sphere. वो हमने किया है. तो हमने यहाँ ओपन स्फीयर, हमने वहाँ पर एक पर्टिकुलर केस लिया था ओपन स्फीयर, दैट वाज the open sphere of radius 1. So that's also true for any open sphere of any radius with center at origin. So we need to show that T is an open mapping. That means that T maps open sets onto open sets. So we take any open set in P and we will show that the image of the open set is again an open in B prime. So let's take any open set. Let G be an open set in B. We show that T of G is an open set in B prime. So G open है, आपको प्रूव करना है T of G is an open set. T of G को ओपन प्रूव करने के लिए आपको प्रूव क्या करना है? इसका हर कोई पॉइंट इसका इंटीरियर पॉइंट है, या इसमें जो भी पॉइंट आप लोगे, यू कैन फाइंड a ball with center at that point and that ball is contained in T of G. वो आपको प्रूव करना है. So let's take any point in T of G and we'll show that that point is an interior point of T of G. Let y belongs to T of G. Okay, y is in T of G. In case T of G is an empty set, then we have nothing to prove because an empty set is an open set. So we assume that it is a non-empty set. So let's take a point y in T of G. Let's take this point y in T of G. So then then there exists x in G such that T of x is equal to y. Then because it is in the image of G, then there exists x in G such that T of x is equal to y. Right? This is very simple because y is in the image of G. Now this x, it is in G and G is given to be an open set. Now since G is open, so there exists some r positive such that an open sphere with radius r and center at x is contained in where? Is contained in G. Right? This is the definition of definition of an integral point. Every point of G is an integral point. So that means this can be written as x plus SR. What is SR? SR is an open sphere with centered at origin. Okay, that notation is already fixed. So x plus SR is contained in G. SRX is equal to x plus SR. Now, what's this SR? SR is an open sphere. Okay. Now SR is an open sphere centered at origin. Therefore, by above lemma T of SR contains some open sphere centered at the origin. That is, there exists some positive number. There is a R1 positive, such that this open sphere SR1, but we use here the notation prime for the open sphere is in V prime. So this is the open sphere in V prime with centered at origin and radius R. It's contained in T of SR. So this is by above lemma. So this means, let's say, add y throughout y plus SR1 prime is contained in y plus T of SR. That implies y plus SR1 prime is contained in what's y? This is T of x plus T of SR. That means y plus SR1 prime, it's contained in, this is, since T is linear, this is T of x plus SR. So this y plus open sphere with centered at origin, this is the open sphere with centered at y of the same radius, because it is just a translation of this open sphere. So this means it's actually SR1 with center at origin prime. It is the open sphere in B prime. It's contained in T of x plus is this T R of x. And this SRX, it's contained in G, so T of SRX is contained in T of G. यहाँ पर अगर आप रीजन लिखना चाहोगे as SRX is contained in G. So that means you have proved this SR1 prime. You have an open sphere with centered at origin and radius R1, such that that open sphere is subset of T of G. So which means that Y is an interior point. Y is an interior point of T of G, and hence T of G is an open set, and hence T of G is an open set. So that's your open mapping theorem. So that means T is an open mapping. Now let us see this remark which follows from this theorem. A remark. A one-to-one continuous linear transformation 1 linear, it is L, okay, linear transformation, a 1 linear transformation of one Banach space onto another, on, it means that it's also on, okay, of one Banach space onto the other Banach space, another Banach space of one Banach space, say B, okay, onto another Banach space, say B prime, is always is homeomorphism, is homeomorphism. So what's homeomorphism? Homeomorphism means which is one on to continuous and also open, okay. So this is open by previous theorem, because here B and B prime, they are Banach spaces, and this linear transformation is surjective because it is one on, so it is also surjective. So surject to continuous means that this T is also open mapping. So continuous as well as open and also bijective, therefore it is homeomorphism. In particular, it shows that in particular if 1 to 1, if 1 to 1 or 1 1, a linear transformation if 1 to 1 linear transformation of a Banach space into itself, okay, self mapping of a Banach space into itself, of a Banach space into itself. So here domain and codomain, they are same space, okay, is continuous. If it's continuous, okay, it's 1 1, it's onto itself, okay, it's also onto, okay, onto is very important, onto itself is continuous, then it's also open, okay. then T इनवर्स जो होगा ना, अगर T ओपन है और इसका इनवर्स अगर एक्स्ट्रा होता है ना, then this T inverse is also continuous, okay, then its inverse, then T inverse is continuous. So it also follows from previous theorem, okay, क्योंकि T आपके पास क्या है, T is 1 1 on to from B to B, it's also continuous, so it means that T is open. So whenever T is open and its inverse existed there, then T inverse must be a continuous map. This is then continuous. So this actually if and now T is open if and only if T inverse is continuous, whenever it exists. Now here T is 1 1 on 2, therefore here T inverse always exists. So that means in this case T is open if and only if T inverse is continuous. And by our previous theorem, T is open mapping because T is a surjective. T is surjective continuous mapping between the Banach spaces, therefore T is open. So by above theorem, by open mapping theorem, T is open. And now here, whenever T is open, it means that its inverse mapping, whenever it exists, is continuous. Okay, T is open if and only if T inverse is continuous. This is the result that we are using here. So next we discuss a closed graph theorem. So to discuss closed graph theorem, let's first see the following, the graph, closed graph, okay. Closed graph. You have not defined yet closed graph actually. This is 1 2. Okay. So before doing this closed graph theorem, let's see this exercise first. if f is continuous, if f it's a continuous mapping between the topological space where the codomain is Hausdorff space here. If f is a continuous mapping, f is a continuous mapping, if f is a continuous mapping of a topological space X, of a topological space X into a Hausdorff space, it's not onto mapping, okay, into a Hausdorff space, into a Hausdorff space, say Y, okay, then show that the graph of f, what is this graph of f? Graph of f is this set X and its image, set of ordered fields, okay, where X is in X. This graph of f, it's a subset of X cross Y actually, because first entry belongs to X, this image it belongs to Y. It's a subset of X cross Y. Is a closed subset, is a closed subset of X cross Y with respect to the product topology, with respect to the product topology. So this one is closed subset with respect to the product topology. Product topology means it's the weakest topology, smallest topology, which makes each projection continuous. Here we have two projections, one is from X cross Y to X and second is from X cross Y to Y. So the weakest topology which makes both these projections continuous, that's called the product topology in X cross Y. It's the weakest topology in X cross Y. तो इसको आप देखिए, this अगर f continuous है, then this is closed, okay, then this is a closed subset of X cross Y with respect to the product topology of X cross Y. So let's now discuss closed graph theory. सबसे पहले मैं इसका स्टेटमेंट दूंगा, फिर हम इसको डिस्कस करेंगे, प्रूफ हम इसका इसके बाद डिस्कस करेंगे. फर्स्ट आई वांट टू स्टेट दिस. So first it should be clear that every Banach space is a Hausdorff space, because every metric space is Hausdorff space, and that means every Banach space is Hausdorff space, and every Banach space is also topological space. So what's the statement? If B and B prime are Banach spaces, these are two Banach spaces, okay, and if T is linear, and if T from B to B prime is linear, okay, this is linear, this is not onto it, it's just linear map, then what's the state? Then T is continuous if and only if graph of T is closed. If and only if graph of T that's equal to this set X and image of X under T, where X is in B, is closed. Okay, this is the statement. One way is trivial, that if T is continuous then graph of T is closed. It follows from the previous exercise, क्योंकि उसकी requirement क्या है? This B should be first, X should be a topological space, Y should be Hausdorff space. Here they are obviously topological space, because every Banach space, every normal linear space is a topological space. In fact, every normal linear space is also Hausdorff space. So by previous exercise, if T is continuous then obviously graph of T is closed. Now you have to prove it's converse. If the graph of t is closed, then you need to show that t is continuous. So let's try to discuss this proof of this theorem. We apply here open mapping theorem. Okay, इसको prove करने के लिए हम open mapping theorem का use करेंगे. Okay, so first we define a metric on the product space B cross B prime, because this is T is open, then the graph as T is closed with respect to the product topology. Okay, so this is done with respect to the product topology on B cross B prime. So first we try to see the product topology on B cross B prime. What's the product topology here? So we define a metric. Define a metric D on B cross B prime by. What's this metric D? You have to choose 2 points from this Cartesian product. So let's say this is the first point x1 y1 and the second point is x2 y2. This is equal to maximum of norm x2 minus x1, because x1 x2 they belong to B and B is a normal linear space, so we have a norm here, norm of x2 minus x1 and norm of y2 minus y1. So this is a metric. This is a metric on B cross B prime. Now every metric induces a topology. Every metric induces a topology, and we need to show that the topology induced by this metric is same as a product topology on B cross B prime. Then the topology induced, then the topology on B cross B prime. Okay, on B cross B prime induced by the above metric, induced by the above metric is same as the product topology, as the product topology. Clearly one way is clearly every projection, जो भी projection आप लोगे इसमें, every projection on B cross B prime is continuous with respect to the above metric. With respect to the above metric. दोनों जो projection mappings है वो continuous है. तो what are those projection mappings? One is say T. Let's not write T. T is already here. So one is say here say F1, which is a projection mapping from B cross B prime to B, defined by F1 of x comma y is x. It's obviously continuous with respect to this metric. इसको आप check कर सकते. Second projection mapping is what? It's B cross B prime to B prime, which is defined by F2 of x y is equal to y. So you can apply the sequential approach whenever we have a sequence here B prime B cross B prime, say x and y, and suppose it converges to say x comma y, then obviously this x and converges to x. That means image converges to the image. So that means this F1 is continuous with respect to this given metric. Okay, because metric is actually component wise, maximum of norm of x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1. So both the components are actually continuous mappings. Both the projection mappings, they are actually continuous mappings. So it means that the topology induced by this metric So therefore the topology induced by the metric contains the product topology, product topology. So this topology induced by the metric is contained in the product. Why? Because product topology is the weakest topology, which makes the projection mapping is continuous, and the topology induced by this metric makes both the projection is continuous. Okay, so that means that this product topology is contained in the topology induced by the metric. मगर आपको एक्चुअली इक्वलिटी चाहिए. दिस प्रोडक्ट टोपोलॉजी शुड बी इक्वल टू द टोपोलॉजी इंड्यूस्ड बाय द मेट्रिक. तो उसके लिए आप इसके ओपन सेट्स एक्चुअली सेम हो गए. सो व्हाट आर द ओपन सेट्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट टोपोलॉजी? दे आर द ओपन बेस. अगर आप देखना चाहोगे, द ओपन बेस ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट टोपोलॉजी इज wait for a moment. Okay, so what's the topology, which is what's product topology? Actually, we know that we know that the product topology on B cross B prime is generated by the product topology generated by this class. Let's do this by S. It's generated by these sets actually. Say G1 cross B prime and B cross G2, such that G1 and G2 are open sets in B and B prime respectively. It's a so this is the product topology. This is the generating set for the product topology, or you can say this is the sub base actually for the product topology. So if let's take any open set, if G1 cross G2 be any open set in B cross B prime, which is induced by the metric, जो ऑलरेडी आपने मीट्रिक डिफाइन किया है, induced by the metric, then G1 and G2, then G1 is open in B and G2 is open in B prime. So therefore so G1 is open in B and G2 is open in B prime. It means that this cross product will be in the product topology, because product topology is induced by these sets, actually is generated by these sets. That means you have to take the intersection, all the finite intersections. So G1 cross B prime intersection B cross G2 is actually equal to G1 cross G2. Okay, so this means that therefore G1 cross G2 is an open set, with respect to the product topology, तो आप कोई भी ओपन सेट लीजिए with respect to the metric, it's actually the open set with respect to the product topology. So that means they are actually same topology, the product topology. Okay, these are the metric topology and the product topology on B cross B prime, they are same actually. So now let's prove the closed graph theorem. Proof of closed graph theorem. Proof of closed graph theorem. Okay. So we prove that if graph of T is closed, then T is continuous. So assume that, yes, yeah,
graph, definition graph.
graph, okay. So the graph is the following. graph इसको general देखना चाहोगे. What's the graph actually? Graph of function क्या है? Suppose we have two sets x and y. So what's graph? And we have two sets x and y, and f is a function from x to y. What's the graph of f actually? Graph of f is this set x and x, f of x, okay, where x in x. जो होता है ग्राफ मतलब the pairs ना, x fx the image है ना. Suppose आपके पास है f of x equal to say x, then graph of f is just a straight line passing through the origin. x ही होगी ना, वो हर कोई पेयर x होगी, x fx. So this जो आप जानते हैं ना, ग्राफ ऑफ फंक्शन इन जनरल, तो ग्राफ वही है. अब ये जो ग्राफ है ना, इट्स एक्चुअली द सबसेट ऑफ नो x क्रॉस y है ना, क्योंकि ये x क्रॉस y स्पेस में अब है, और x क्रॉस y यहाँ पर आपका जो इस डिस्कशन में जो है ना x क्रॉस y, इट्स एक्चुअली टोपोलॉजिकल स्पेस. तो टोपोलॉजिकल स्पेस में क्या होता है, इसके सबसेट्स कुछ क्लोजर होते हैं, कुछ सेट्स क्लोजर नहीं होते. तो अब आपको चेक करना, ये जो ग्राफ है इट्स एट द सबसेट ऑफ x क्रॉस y, क्या ये इसका क्लोजर सबसेट है? तो थ्योरम कह रही है कि अगर ये फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस होगी और x टोपोलॉजिकल स्पेस होगा, y हाउसडॉर्फ स्पेस होगा और फंक्शन कंटिन्यूअस होगी, देन इट्स ग्राफ इज ऑलवेज क्लोज्ड. दैट दिस इज वेरी सिंपल, इसका प्रूफ बहुत आसान है. बट द कन्वर्स इज आल्सो ट्रू इफ x एंड y आर बनाक स्पेसेस. अगर x और y आपके पास दो बनाक स्पेसेस होगी और इसका जो ग्राफ ये है विच सबसेट ऑफ एक्स क्रॉस वाई, अगर ये ग्राफ क्लोजर होगा देन एफ इज ऑलवेज कंटिन्यूअस। ये है एक क्लोजर ग्राफ। अगर इस फंक्शन का जो ग्राफ है विच इज द सबसेट ऑफ एक्स क्रॉस वाई, वेयर हियर एक्स एंड वाई दे आर द बनाउट स्पेसेस, देन एफ इज गोइंग टू बी अ कंटिन्यूअस फंक्शन ऑलवेज। ग्राफ आपको समझ आ गया, ग्राफ ऑफ फंक्शन?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this so we assume that the graph of t which is from b to b prime is closed. That is, this set x t of x where x is in x is a closed subset of b cross b prime. But here we have product topology, but we have seen that the product topology is the topology induced by the metric. Okay, so we can say the topology on b cross b prime is the topology which is induced by the metric which we have defined on b cross b prime, जो हमने अभी किया है। this is it, जो यहाँ पर शायद हमने डिस्कस किया था। जहाँ इस मेट्रिक से जो टोपोलॉजी इंड्यूस होगी वही एक्चुअली आपकी प्रोडक्ट टोपोलॉजी है। Okay, so we assume that this is closed with respect to the product topology on b cross b prime or the topology induced by the metric. So we show that our t is continuous. Okay, we show that t is continuous. इसका प्रूफ हम कैसे स्टार्ट करेंगे? हम v1 पर और एक नॉर्म डिफाइन करेंगे। वी डिफाइन ए न्यू नॉर्म, एक नया नॉर्म। b पर तो ऑलरेडी नॉर्म है ही, अब एक नया नॉर्म हम वी डिफाइन ए न्यू नॉर्म ऑन b बाय, we define a new norm which we denote by this notation, okay, this one, by this equation. It's norm x जो ऑलरेडी है b पर नॉर्म प्लस नॉर्म ऑफ टी एक्स जो b प्राइम पर नॉर्म है। यहाँ पर ये b प्राइम का नॉर्म है क्योंकि टी एक्स b प्राइम का मेंबर है, यहाँ पर ये b का नॉर्म जो ऑलरेडी इन पर नॉर्म है एक्चुअली है। तो अब हमने एक नया नॉर्म डिफाइन किया है इस पर, तो आपको चेक करना है कि ये नॉर्म की प्रॉपर्टीज को सेटिस्फाई कर दिस, दैट्स वेरी सिंपल। एंड we denote, हम क्या करेंगे, हम b1 से we denote by b1 क्या है, b1 we denote by b1 is a linear space, ये वो linear space है, is a linear space b, ये b ही linear space है, but endowed with this norm, endowed with the norm 1, okay? तो b और b1 एक्चुअली सेम स्पीसीज है, बट b1 पर ये नॉर्म 1 है और b पर वही गिवन नॉर्म है जो यहाँ पर आपने ये नॉर्म लिया है। तो सेम स्पेसेस है, एज अ लीनियर स्पेस दे आर सेम, बट एज नॉर्मल लीनियर स्पेस दे आर डिफरेंट। एज नॉर्मल लीनियर स्पेस b पर गिवन नॉर्म है जो ऑलरेडी आपके पास है, और b1 पर ये नॉर्म नया है जो आपने अभी डिफाइन किया है। सो दे आर टू नॉर्मल लीनियर स्पेसेस। As linear spaces they are same, but as normal linear spaces they are different. Now let's see this norm of t of x. This is always less or equal to norm of x plus norm of t of x, because you are adding some non-negative quantity, and this is equal to norm x1 जो आपने ऊपर डिफाइन किया by 1, इसका नाम है 1 by 1. Norm of t of x is less or equal to norm 1x. So that is norm of Tx is less or equal to norm 1 for all x in B. In fact here it's B, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हमने x का जो नॉर्म लिया वो हमने नॉर्म 1 लिया. So that means T from B1 to B prime is continuous. क्योंकि कंटिन्यूस कब होगा, जब यहाँ से आप कोई एलिमेंट लोगे x बिलोंग्स टू b1, नॉर्म ऑफ t ऑफ x शुड बी लेस और इक्वल टू k टाइम्स नॉर्म ऑफ x. तो वो तो है ही आपका यहाँ पर k1 है, नॉर्म ऑफ t ऑफ x इज लेस और इक्वल टू नॉर्म x1. सो दिस t इज कम. मगर आपको प्रूव क्या करना, आपको प्रूव करना t फ्रॉम b टू b प्राइम इज कंटिन्यू विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू गिवन नॉर्म, जो गिवन एक्चुअल नॉर्म इस पर है. आपको प्रूव करना विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू दैट नॉर्म t इज कंटिन्यूस, बट विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू दिस न्यू नॉर्म दिस t इज कंटिन्यूस. ओके, जो आपने b पर दूसरा नॉर्म डिफाइन किया है, दिस इज कंटिन्यूस.
अगर ये फाइनाइट डायमेंशन होंगे, फाइनाइट बी और x,
यस,
सबसे इक्विवेलेंट नॉर्म्स.
ये जो दो नॉर्म्स हमने
B
डिफाइन
और
किया,
B
ये
प्राइम.
इक्विवेलेंट आप कह रहे हैं, ये जो दो नॉर्म्स हमने हाँ हाँ, आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही.
इक्विवेलेंट है.
इक्विवेलेंट आएगी ये कौन?
ये जो नॉर्म हम इस पर बी पर डिफाइन कर रहे हैं.
अच्छा, बी पर जो हमने दूसरा नॉर्म डिफाइन किया, क्या ये इक्विवेलेंट होगा उस नॉर्म से जो आपने ऑलरेडी इस पर है?
ये फाइन दोनों बी और बी मतलब फाइनाइट फाइनाइट.
देखिए, अगर फाइनाइट होगा उस केस में तो ये इक्विवेलेंट नॉर्म है, उस केस में आपको कुछ करना ही नहीं है. और उस केस में तो हर कोई लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कंटिन्यूअस भी है. अगर ना फाइनाइट होगा, फाइनाइट के केस में आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. फाइनाइट के केस में आपको कुछ प्रूव करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, बिकॉज इन फाइनाइट केस एवरी लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज कंटिन्यूअस. और आपको वही यहाँ पर प्रूव करना है, लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जिसका ग्राफ भी क्लोजर है वो भी कंटिन्यूअस है. तो फाइनाइट के केस में आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, बिकॉज देयर एवरी लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज कंटिन्यूअस देयर. And obviously these two norms which we have defined on B, one is the given norm and second is the new norm, norm 1. ये दोनों equivalent norms होगी. और with respect to one norm it's continuous, तो with respect to other norm भी ये continuous ही होगा. तो वहाँ पर आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, whether वहाँ पर, क्योंकि norms भी equivalent होगी. ओके, तो आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है? मुझे एक्चुअली आपका क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आ रहा. एक्चुअली आपकी आवाज़ पूरी नहीं आ रही है.
फिर हमें दो केसेस में डेरिवेशन करनी थी. हम इस पर ओपन मैपिंग थ्योरम भी यूज कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, कर सकते, वही तो हमें यूज़ करें. अब हम वो ओपन मैपिंग थ्योरम अब हम यूज़ करेंगे ना. हम क्या करेंगे, हम आइडेंटिटी मैप लेंगे B से लेकर B1 तक या B1 से लेकर B तक, क्योंकि दोनों सेम स्पीसीज एक्चुअली है. तो वो कैन डिफाइन आइडेंटिटी मैप एंड वी विल सी दैट आइडेंटिटी मैप इज सर्जेक्टिव. वो आइडेंटिटी मैप क्या है? सर्जेक्टिव है. तो सर्जेक्टिव मैप के लिए आपको आप प्रूव करोगे वो जो सर्जेक्टिव मैप है वो होमोमॉर्फिज्म है. तो उसके लिए सिर्फ आपको एक तरह से कंटिन्यूटी चाहिए, अगर क्योंकि दूसरी तरफ से कंटिन्यूटी वो तो खुद ही आ जाएगी विद द हेल्प ऑफ ओपन मैपिंग थ्योरम. सो वो हम अब यहाँ पर प्रूव करेंगे. वी शो दैट we show that the identity mapping I from B to B1, ये जो आइडेंटिटी मैपिंग है, डिफरेंट नॉर्म्स है इस पर. they are not equivalent norms, okay, in general, but for finite cases they are equivalent. This identity mapping is continuous. हम प्रूव करेंगे ये कंटिन्यू. अगर हमने प्रूव किया कि ये कंटिन्यूस है, देन इट्स ऑब्वियसली ओपन मैपिंग बाय ओपन मैपिंग थ्योरम, बिकॉज बोथ आर द बनाफ स्पेसेस, बोथ द स्पेसेस आर. तो वही एक्चुअली आपको चेक करना. दिस B1 इज एक्चुअली अ बनाफ स्पेस. वी शो दैट दिस is the homeomorphism. तो B1 आपको प्रूव करना कि ये कंप्लीट स्पेस एक्चुअली है. B1 इज अ कंप्लीट स्पेस. इट्स क्लियरली इट्स कंटिन्यूस. this mapping is continuous. So we show that this identity mapping. Oh, 1 minute. Let's first erase this here. Okay. This is not B prime here. This is B. Identity mapping है ना, क्योंकि दोनों स्पेसेस सेम है एक्चुअली. This is B prime here. 1 minute. Okay, this is clear. This is norm of Tx is less or equal to norm x1. So this T from B1 to it's continuous. Okay, this mapping it is B prime. It's clear. So we एक्चुअली हम प्रूव करेंगे ये जो B1 आपने डिफाइन किया, हम प्रूव करेंगे ये बनाक स्पेस है. देखिए आइडिया क्या है, अगर हमने प्रूव किया ये बनाक स्पेस है दिस वन, फिर ये जो आइडेंटिटी मैप होगी, दिस आइडेंटिटी मैप फ्रॉम B टू B1, दिस मैपिंग इज कंटिन्यूस. ओके, ये हम देख सकते हैं, दिस मैपिंग इज कंटिन्यूस. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. So for the time being, suppose assume that this B1 is Banach space with respect to the new norm. तो ये जो मैप है ये कंटिन्यूस है. नाउ यू कैन अप्लाई द ओपन मैपिंग थ्योरम बिकॉज आइडेंटिटी मैपिंग इज ऑलवेज सर्जेक्टिव. तो अगर ये सर्जेक्टिव है और आपने प्रूव किया ये कंटिन्यूस भी है, तो कंटिन्यूस मीन्स दैट देन बाय ओपन मैपिंग थ्योरम दिस इज गोइंग टू बी एन ओपन मैपिंग. तो ये मैप बन जाएगी ओपन मैपिंग. तो ओपन मैपिंग से आपका ये जो है ना, इसका जो ग्राफ है वो क्लोज, इसका open mapping, this one is going to be an open mapping, then this T is going to be continuous. T 1 minute, B to B1. Okay, B to B1, this is this is if it's Banach space, okay, then this graph of T is closed. Okay, so if we take any two Cauchy sequences, it follows that x and t of x not also Cauchy, both are complete, so there is x and y. Okay. T is closed, implies that x and y are in the graph. So if it's Banach space, if it is Banach space, then the both are homeomorphic spaces. Okay, then अगर B कंप्लीट होगा, अगर B1 कंप्लीट होगा, उससे इस थ्योरम का प्रूफ कैसे आ जाएगा? आपको प्रूफ करना है T कंटिन्यूस है. एक्चुअली अगर आपने प्रूफ किया ये B1 Banach स्पेस है, कंटिन्यूस मैपिंग ऑफ B1 इंटू B. ओके, देखिए अगर आपने प्रूव किया आइडेंटिटी मैप कंटिन्यूस है, तो इनका जो कंपोजिशन होगा, क्योंकि T तो है ही कंटिन्यूस B1 से लेकर B प्राइम तक, तो अगर आपने ये किया प्रूव आइडेंटिटी मैप भी कंटेन देयर कंपोजिशन I कंपोजिशन T जो होगा विच इज अ मैपिंग फ्रॉम B to B प्राइम, एंड दिस इज एक्चुअली T, this is T itself, this is T from B to B prime. हाँ, तो अगर देखिए ये तो आपके पास आ गया, दिस वन इज कंटिन्यूस, T फ्रॉम B1 टू B प्राइम, इट्स अ कंटिन्यूस मैपिंग. और अगर आप प्रूव करोगे ये आइडेंटिटी मैप भी कंटिन्यूस है, तो उसके लिए सिर्फ आपको प्रूव करना है ये जो B1 है इट इज अ Banach स्पेस. अगर ये Banach स्पेस आ गया, so this is continuous. So now it's graph is closed. Okay, T is continuous if and only if its graph is closed. आपका assumption है कि ग्राफ T का ग्राफ क्लोज्ड है, आपको प्रूव करना है T कंटिन्यूस है. the identity mapping on of B1 onto B is clearly continuous. B1 onto B is continuous. Okay, तो ये आपको प्रूव करना ये कंटिन्यूस है एक्चुअली दिस वन. Let's see this first. So first we write this clearly. Clearly this identity mapping from the space B1 to B is continuous and onto तो है because it is identity mapping, but it's also continuous as norm I of x, norm I of x, which is equal to I of x. कहाँ पर होगा I of x? It's norm 1 actually. Okay, not norm of 1, as this is going to be I of x. It's not 1 here, it's norm, just because it's the image means that it is in B में simple norm है. Norm I of x that's equal to norm x, and which is always less or equal to norm x plus norm of t of x, and that's equal to norm x1. So that is norm of I of x is less or equal to norm x1. So which means that this I is continuous. Identity mapping from B1 to B is continuous. But we want to prove that identity mapping, इसकी जो इनवर्स मैपिंग है ना B to B प्राइम, वो भी कंटिन्यूस, क्योंकि वो अगर हमने कैलकुलेट किया वो कंटिन्यूस है. फिर इसका कंपोजिशन इस B के साथ आप लोगे, that will give rise to a mapping B to B dash which is continuous, because T is continuous, I is continuous, their composition will be continuous. तो ये but in this direction it's continuous. From B1 to B it's continuous mapping, because you can see this norm of Ix is equal to norm x. I is the identity mapping, that's less or equal to norm x plus norm of Tx, which is equal to norm 1x. So this is continuous. अब इसकी inverse mapping कब continuous होगी? I inverse तभी continuous होगा. You have to apply the actually open mapping term. उसके लिए दोनों spaces का होना ज़रूरी है कि ये दोनों spaces बनाक space होने चाहिए. तो अगर ये बनाक spaces होंगे दोनों और ये mapping continuous भी है, तो इसकी जो inverse mapping होगी, जो आपने remark लिख दिया, अगर आपके पास 1-1 onto mapping है between the बनाक space और वो 1-1 onto mapping अगर continuous है, उसकी जो inverse mapping होगी वो भी continuous होगी. और यहाँ पर I जो है it's 1-1 onto because it is the identity mapping, और ये continuous भी है, तो इसका मतलब है कि इसका जो inverse होगा I inverse वो भी continuous होगा, provided that both the spaces are Banach spaces. B है Banach space, but B1 is not Banach space in general, because B1 इस पर आपने दूसरा norm define किया है, norm 1. So that means therefore to prove that this identity mapping from B to B1 is also continuous, इसको prove करने के लिए ये भी continuous है, we must show that B1 is a Banach space. B1 is a Banach space. ये हमें प्रूव करें, ये B1 Banach space. अगर आपने प्रूव किया B Banach space है, तो ये इनवर्स मैपिंग कंटिन्यूस आ जाएगी. We must show that and then apply the Banach and then apply open mapping theorem and then apply open mapping theorem. उसके बाद हम open mapping theorem अप्लाई करेंगे. So for this we take any Cauchy sequence in B1 and we need to show that Cauchy sequence is convergent. So let xn be any Cauchy sequence in B1. This be any Cauchy sequence in B1. Then xn and t of xn, ये जो दो sequences होगी xn and t of xn, they are also Cauchy sequences, are also Cauchy sequences in B and B prime. अगर ये Cauchy sequence है B1 में, then there then xn and t of xn, they are also Cauchy sequences in B and B prime. Why? So reason इसका, अगर आप इसका reason लिखना चाहोगे, so let epsilon be any positive number, then there exists some n such that norm xn minus xm 1 is less than epsilon for all n m greater or equal to 1. Because why? Because this xn is Cauchy in B1. So this is less than epsilon. आपको प्रूव करना है कि ये जो xn है, it's also Cauchy, it's also Cauchy sequence in B. इसमें तो है ही ये Cauchy, so that means then it should be also Cauchy in this. Means what's the definition of this norm? It's norm of xn minus xm plus norm of t of xn minus t of xm is less than epsilon. By the definition of this norm 1, or you can write by 1. So that means both are less than epsilon. Both must be less than epsilon. This is true for all n m greater or equal to this capital N here. Okay, capital N. So this means norm of xn minus xm is less than epsilon, and norm of t of xn, sorry, it's t of xn, it's t of xn minus t of xm is less than epsilon for all n m greater or equal to n. So that means this xn with respect to the given norm, it's Cauchy sequence. That means xn is Cauchy sequence in B, and its image is also Cauchy sequence. So which implies xn and t of xn, they are Cauchy sequences, okay, in B and B prime. Both are Banach spaces, and hence they converge, and hence they converge to x and y in B and B prime respectively. That is, xn converges to x in B. This is very important, in B, not in B1, and t of xn converges to y in B dash. So but then xn comma t of xn, it will converge to x comma y in B cross B prime, because it with respect to that, with respect to the metric 1, with respect to the metric जो आपने already metric define किया, because that metric is actually pointwise. Okay, so this converges, okay, this converges here. मगर ये किसके पॉइंट से? But and what are these points actually? And x and this is a sequence. This is a sequence in this. It's in graph of t. It belongs to graph of t. ये t का जो ग्राफ है ना, उसी के पॉइंट से, क्योंकि वहाँ उसके किस टाइप के पॉइंट्स होंगे? x t x, where x is in b, x n b में है, तो t of x n इसकी इमेज है. That means x n t of x n, it's a sequence in graph of t, and it converges to x y. But graph of t is given to be a closed set, so that means x y belongs to, which means that x comma y belongs to graph of t, because graph of t is closed. मगर ग्राफ ऑफ टी में किस टाइप के पॉइंट्स है? एक्स एंड देन टी एक्स, दैट मीन्स वाई मस्ट बी इक्वल टू टी एक्स. सो दिस मीन्स वाई इज इक्वल टू टी ऑफ एक्स. वाई टी एक्स के बराबर है. वाई इज इक्वल टू टी ऑफ एक्स. So now we show that the sequence xn converges to x in norm 1 also. Now let's see this.
सर अभी इस प्रूफ में कितना टाइम लगेगा?
बस 5 मिनट लग जाएगी. Now norm of xn minus x. Now norm of x minus x in norm 1 actually. हमें norm 1 में convergence चाहिए. We want that Cauchy sequence must converge in B1. So with respect to norm 1, we will show that xn converges to x and that x is in actually B space, B1 space. Let's check this convergence. This is equal to norm xn minus x by the definition of norm plus norm of t of xn minus t of x by definition 1, जो norm 1 की definition है. Okay. So this is equal to t of x, okay, but t of x it converges and y is equal to t of x, that's equal to norm x n minus x plus norm of t of x n minus what's t of x? T of x is y, and you have seen that this x n it converges to x in B and t of x n converges to y in B prime. So that means this approach to 0 as n approach to infinity. So which means that xn converges to x in B1, and hence B1 is a Banach space, and hence B1 is a Banach space. So with respect to norm 1, it's a Banach space. So therefore the identity mapping from y to y, it's from B to B1. It's from the inverse mapping, okay. B to B1 is also continuous by open mapping theorem. B1 से लेकर B तक continuous तो थी ही है. Now you have applied here open mapping theorem. From that open mapping theorem we conclude that this is a continuous mapping by open mapping theorem. So this gives also we have seen that that the mapping T from wire to wire from B1 to B prime, from B1 to B prime is continuous. हमने पहले ही देखा is continuous. So therefore the composition of these two T composition identity, this is a mapping from T is a mapping from this I is a mapping from B to B1, then T is a mapping from B1 to B prime. This composition, we know that composition of two continuous mapping is again a continuous mapping, is continuous. But this I is identity mapping, so T composition is T, so T from B to B prime is continuous. So that's the end of this end of the proof of this theorem, Kruse-Graf theorem.